Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our today's topic is probability from chapter number 2. Earlier we discussed the different types of probability and their definitions with respect to objective point of view and subjective point of view. Objective approach to probability is arrived on opinion basis or on an empirical basis. It is given by the ratio of frequency of an outcome to the total number of possible outcomes. Whereas subjective approach to probability is not concerned with the relative or expected frequency of an outcome. It is concerned with the strength of a decision maker's belief that an outcome will not occur. It is particularly oriented towards decision making situations. Our today's contents to be discussed are introduction, simple definitions and examples based on basic concepts in probability, theorems of probability, and problems based on addition theorem and multiplication theorem. Introduction of probability. In our day-to-day life involving decision-making problems, we encounter two broad types of problems. These problems can be categorized into two types of models. Number 1, deterministic model, and number 2, random or probabilistic model. Deterministic models cover those situations where everything related to the situation is known with certainty to the decision maker when decision is to be made, whereas in probabilistic model, the totality of the outcomes is known, but it cannot be certain which particular outcome will appear. So, there is always some uncertainty involved in decision making. In deterministic models, frequency distribution or descriptive measures are used to arrive at a decision, whereas in random situations, probability and probability distributions are used to make decisions. If an experiment is repeated under essentially homogeneous and similar conditions, we generally come across two types of situations. Number 1 is deterministic or predictable situation. In this situation, the result of what is usually known as outcome is unique or certain. For example, the velocity v of a particle after time t is given by v equal to u plus at. Equation uniquely determines v if the right-handed quantities are known. Second situation is unpredictable or probabilistic. The result is not unique in this situation, but may be one of the several possible outcomes. For example, in tossing of a coin, one is not sure if a head or a tail will obtain. Second, if a light tube has lasted for t hours, nothing can be said about its further life. It may fail to function any moment. Probability. Life is uncertain and we are not sure what the future will bring. So risk and probability is a part of our daily lives. In such situation, probability is a numerical statement about the likelihood that an event will occur. Earlier you learned that probability lies between 0 and 1, and the sum of probabilities is also equal to 1. Demand for white latex paint at Diversey Paint and Supply has always been either 0 gallon, 1 gallon, 2 gallon, 3 gallons or 4 gallons per day. Over the past 200 days, the owner has observed the following frequencies of demand. We are given a frequency distribution of quantity demanded and the number of days. 0 gallon is demanded on 40 days, 1 gallon for 80 days, 2 gallons are demanded on 50 days, 3 gallons on 20 days, and 4 gallons on 10 days. Sum of days is 200. this is a frequency distribution and we have to convert it into a relative frequency distribution, which is also known as probability distribution. The relative frequencies may be obtained by dividing frequencies by the total number of sum of frequencies, 40 over 200, 80 over 200, 50 over 200, 20 over 200 and 10 over 200. These are the relative frequencies as well as the probabilities. Now we can observe that these probabilities or relative frequencies are greater than 0, all are positive, and sum of probabilities is equal to 1. The individual probabilities lies between 0 and 1 and sum of probabilities is 1. If there are 2 or more events, you need to consider if it is happening at the same time or one after the other. If the 2 events are happening at the same time, you need to multiply the 2 probabilities together. Usually the question uses the word "and" when describing the outcomes. And if the events are happening one after the other, you need to add the 2 probabilities. Usually the questions use the word "or" when describing the situations or outcomes. These are the 2 rules of probabilities. The word "and" in probability means the intersection of 2 events, whereas the word "or" in probability means the union of 2 events. For example, what is the probability that you roll an even number and a number greater than 3? Now we know that when we throw a fair cubical die, there are 6 possible outcomes. Each side has 1 by 6 chances. Even numbers are 2, 4 and 6, and the numbers greater than 3 are 4, 5 and 6. Let E denote rolling an even number and event F denotes rolling a number greater than 3, then E will consist of 2, 4, 6 and F consists of 4, 5 and 6. We need to find E intersection F. E set intersection F set equal to 4 and 6. Now probability of E intersection F is equal to favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes. Now we know that there are 2 favorable outcomes, 4 and 6. So 2 divided by total possible outcomes 6, which is equal to 1 by 3. The word "and" indicates the intersection. Similarly, the word "or" indicates the union. In this part, what is the probability that you roll an even number or a number greater than 3? So we need to find E union F, E set union F set, which is equal to 2, 4, 5 and 6. There are 4 possible outcomes. So probability of E union F is equal to favorable outcomes 4 divided by total possible outcomes 6, which is equal to 2 by 3. Let's practice a problem. If I roll a number cube and flip a coin, rolling of a die and flipping a coin together is a compound experiment. What is the probability I will get a head and a 6? Now we know that when we flip a coin, the probability of head is 1 by 2, and when we roll a die, the probability of 6 dots is 1 by 6. So probability of head and a 6 dots is equal to 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 12. Now what is the probability I will get a tail or a 3 dots? Probability of tail when we flip a coin is 1 by 2, and probability of 3 dots when we roll a die is 1 by 6. Probability of tail or probability of 3 dots is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6 is 8 by 12, which is equal to 2 by 3, and probability of head and 6 is 1 by 2 into 1 by 6 is 1 by 12. Theorems of probability. There are three important theorems of probability: addition theorem, multiplication theorem, and Bayes theorem. We will discuss Bayes theorem in the later sections. We will discuss addition theorem and multiplication theorem in this presentation. Addition theorem has two types: addition theorem for mutually exclusive events and addition theorem for not mutually exclusive events, or we can say partially overlapping events. Similarly, multiplication theorem for dependent variables and multiplication theorem for independent variables or independent outcomes. Addition theorem when events are mutually exclusive. Definition: the theorem states that if two events A and B are mutually exclusive, that is, they cannot occur together, then the probability of the occurrence of either A or B is the sum of individual probabilities of A and B. Symbolically, probability of A or B is equal to probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. This theorem can be extended to three or more than three mutually exclusive events. For example, if there are three ABC mutually exclusive events, then probability of A or B or C is equal to probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C. For example, a bag contains 4 white and 3 black and 5 red balls. What is the probability of getting a white or red ball at random in a single draw? There are total 12 balls, 4 white, 3 black and 5 red balls. The probability of getting a white ball is 4 by 12. Because there are 4 white balls and total balls are 12. The probability of getting a red ball is 5 by 12. There are 5 red balls, so 5 divided by total balls 12. The probability of getting a white or red ball is probability of white ball plus probability of red ball, which is 4 by 12 plus 5 by 12 equal to 9 by 12. Addition theorem when events are not mutually exclusive or overlapping or intersection of events. The theorem states that if two events A and B are not mutually exclusive, then the probability of occurrence of either A or B is the sum of the individual probability of A and B minus the probability of occurrence of both A and B. Symbolically, probability of A or B or probability of A union B equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Example: two students A and B work independently on a problem. The probability that A will solve it is 3 by 4 and the probability that B will solve it is 2 by 3. What is the probability that problem will be solved? The probability that A will solve the problem is given equal to 3 by 4 and the probability that B will solve the problem is 2 by 3. These events are not mutually exclusive as both of them may solve the problem. So the probability that problem will be solved is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Probability of A is 3 by 4, probability of B is 2 by 3 minus probability of A intersection B is 3 by 4 into 2 by 3. Which solving these probabilities we get 11 by 12.